Hey, I'm here at Guitar Center. Just got out. I got a new Boss Acoustic Singer live amp I'm going to be reviewing and also comparing to the Fishman Loudbox Mini. But I just wanted to give a little blurb. Won't be very long, but you know, there are no Elixir strings in the Guitar Center. And I thought that was kind of telling. I've got a little bit of footage. I couldn't take too much in the store, but when you think about it, guitar strings are a pretty basic item, and Elixir strings have to be the most popular of all. And he said that I just kind of talked to the guy casually, they aren't able to get any. I just thought I'd mention that. It is what it is, make what you will out of it, but no Elixir strings at the moment in this Guitar Center. One of the largest probably guitar centers around. It's not one of the really huge ones like in LA or New York, but it's a pretty major one. Okay, I'm editing this video now, and I've got some footage from inside the store. It's not very good, but you'll see the empty bins of Elixir strings, and the red sign says, "Please see sales staff for stock on hand," and they had no Elixir strings in the store. I even went over to the guitar stand area. I thought I might buy one of the guitar stands I like, and they didn't really have many guitar stands. In fact, they didn't have any of the kind I like, and I took a little bit of footage and showed that they basically have no guitar stands. Kind of a major accessory. I imagine that's kind of like strings. People buy them, and if they're not getting new ones, then they're gone pretty quickly. Also went into the acoustic room, which is always so nice, and it wasn't as bad as it was a couple weeks ago, but they actually had almost no Martins. They had a row of Martins that are kind of the Martins that are around $1,000 and below. You know, some of the like 1,200 and below, which are nice guitars. I'm not cutting those down, but they had almost no like D18s, D28s, HD28s, D35s, D42s. And it used to be so nice to go into Guitar Center. It was like Martin heaven, you know. Just right there, all those beautiful Martin guitars. And look at this footage. It's kind of picked over. Again, I don't have very much footage, and it might not be very good, but that's what you're seeing. You can see there still are very few acoustic guitars. That top rows, they're Martins. If you look up there, they have almost no of the top Martins, like D28s. That's a row of Martins there, but it's the, you know, the lower end Martins mostly. $1,200 and down. Up there is the high end Martins, and they're almost all gone. They don't have any. They do have some nice Taylors. Certainly nothing like they used to have, though. I also took some video footage about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and then maybe about 6 or 7 weeks ago. And I was trying to figure out, I was kind of comparing notes and trying to figure out if it was about the same, worse, or better. I couldn't, you know, I didn't really have time or the inclination to make this really specific, detailed assessment. Definitely didn't look much better if it's better. In fact, I thought it might be a little worse, particularly in the Martin area. So here's some of the footage I took about 4 weeks ago, and then from about maybe early September-ish. It's still pretty picked over. I'm in their acoustic room, and That wall right there that's so bare, that used to be all the premium Martins and Taylors. Now they still have quite a few over here, but I think they've kind of spread it out. Definitely it's a reduced selection. Definitely. So I'm hoping that gets better soon. Yeah, if you look here at the Martins, you've got some nice ones, of course. If you look here at the Martins, you've got some nice ones. But you've got a D28, an HD28. But you don't have a D, I don't see a D35, D42. So they're pretty picked over. They've got some nice ones. But that's a GPC, Grand Performer. But they're pretty picked. That wall is bare. Those that upper wall there is bare. That used to be all guitars on that upper, and those were usually the good ones. Look at that, all picked over. Taylors are kind of picked over too. I don't want to kind of itemize each one here with the camera out, but they usually have a lot more. You can always find a good one, but the selection's way down. Look at the Yamaha. Look at the Yamaha wall. That when I bought a Yamaha LSTA, CGTA, both guitars here, and that was just full of guitars before the coronavirus. This wall right there, all beautiful Yamahas, underrated, kind of underdog brand in my opinion. A good Yamaha is as good as anything. Look at that, all picked over. Also managed to sneak a few peeks at the electric guitar wall, mostly the Fender area, which I'm interested in Fender. I'm a big Fender fan. I didn't get footage of everything else. And I noticed that they did have some Fenders. One thing I did notice is that they'd mixed a lot of the Mexican Fenders in where they used to have all American Fenders, and they had a couple of the new American Fender Professional 2s in there, quite a few Performers, and then a lot of Mexican Fenders. I did notice that, but at least the wall was full. A lot of guitars here, huh? Looks like they're doing pretty well. Well, I almost didn't want to make this video because, I'm a big Guitar Center fan. I have the best gear in my life right now, thanks to Guitar Center. So I don't really like all these videos I see on the internet all the time, cutting down Guitar Center. I know they're a corporate system, and I think some of the financial shenanigans that you see, and if they're a victim of ultra capitalism, that would really be a shame. But I'm a big Guitar Center fan. I didn't really want to make this video because I didn't want it to look like I was sneaking in there or trying to pile on or something. But it did strike me that they look pretty picked over compared to what they used to be. Certainly 10 years ago, man, it's not even close. Or even just like last January, February, before the coronavirus shut down, they definitely are still picked over. Particularly that acoustic room, and they've kind of reorganized things, I think, to make their walls look less bare. But the selection is down. I didn't itemize every guitar or something. I couldn't have if I wanted to, being in there. But I didn't really want to pile on. I didn't want to look like I was trying to sneak a videos or something of them. I guess all this comes on the heel of the announcement earlier this week that Guitar Center is getting ready to file for bankruptcy. I don't know what that means. The one thing I would say about Guitar Center, from what little I know about it, is it looks like they are kind of one of these companies that's in play with what I would describe maybe as vulture capitalism, or financial people on Wall Street that probably don't care about guitars. That would be a shame. But let me tell you, it's great to have a retail outlet with a floor room that has good guitars and the service of a large corporation, coupled with the ability to walk in a place and try guitars out. And they have great return policy, and the guys I've worked with are very knowledgeable and friendly, and I've had great setups. So I'm hoping for the best for Guitar Center. We would really be the poor without a major company like Guitar Center in our cities. Let me tell you, if we just had to shop off Sweetwater and they sent us stuff in the mail, it wouldn't be the same. I'm sure Sweetwater is a nice store, but what is there, one in Indiana or whatever? And compare that to Guitar Center, that all the stores they have all over the country. Maybe they have too many stores, but it's nice that they have stores located around so people can go there. I wished them all the best, but it did look to me like their stock is definitely down. So maybe some of you can explain why that would be better than I. And I guess it's understandable. But the thing I noticed that was the impetus for this video was that shortage of Elixir strings. I guess we just take for granted always getting guitar strings whenever we want, and here that's not the case, and it's kind of sad, you can't. So I ended up buying some nice Diodario's coated strings. They're good strings. I like Diodario, but it was just jarring to see that all the Elixir strings are gone. And the guy said he didn't really know when they would get them. I'm assuming they're trying to get them, but that's a pretty basic commodity in a guitar store to have the leading brand of strings, and they didn't have it. So I interpreted that to be some kind of a red flag or something. Something crazy is going on. Maybe it's just the distribution with COVID. I don't know, but I thought I'd make this little video. And if anybody sees this, I am in the corner for Guitar Center. That's a good company, particularly the retail stores. And we need those. We won't have, people talk about the decline of the guitar, and nobody plays guitar anymore. If Guitar Center goes out, that would really be horrible for the guitar. We would just. I've always supported mom and pop stores, but the reality is they often don't have the selection and everything for those of us that want to buy a nice guitar and get the kind of guitar we want, and aren't just going in there kind of on a Sunday to get a Christmas present or something. For those of us that really want to play, you want a big selection and everything from the great guitars that are being made now, and Guitar Center has that, and I think their selection has been on a par with any of these other places, and so I'm hoping for the best for Guitar Center. I think they provide a real service to music, and we'd be in a mess without Guitar Center. I think if they ever went down, that would really be terrible. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to resolve whatever financial issues they've got going, and I wish them all the best. That's just my take on it, So, but they need to get some elixirs in there, though. I mean, when you walk in a guitar store, you want to buy strings and things, not just necessarily a $4,000 Les Paul. Maybe you just want some strings. So that's and I'm sure they will. I'm sure that whatever's going on, but I just made this little video. I know there's been a lot of talk about Guitar Center, and I just wanted to share some of these little video clips I've made surreptitiously. I feel kind of funny about it, but I feel like it's it's worth talking about. I'm pro Guitar Center, and I bought one American Professional Telecaster off Sweetwater. It's fine. It got lost in the mail though for about 2 weeks, and I had to drive down to FedEx, and all the only people I could talk to were 1-800 number telephone people. So I would prefer to shop at Guitar Center. It's right. It's not right by where I live, but it's driving distance. And if anything like that happens, it's nice to have people right there that can work with you. Well, God bless you, and let's hope Guitar Center pulls it off. Because they've got stores all over the country. Some of these other stores are good. I see all their videos. I won't name them, but a lot of them do videos and comment on Guitar Center and review. And there's some great guys, very knowledgeable. But a lot of times they just have one store, and maybe they sell through the mail, and that's not the same. It is not the same. It's not even close to the same. So let's hope Guitar Center pulls it off. Let's hope they get some Elixir Strings, some guitar stands, some more American, good old God bless America Fenders in there. They need some Martins in there, So, but let's hope all that clears up soon. Thank you. God bless you. Good night.